revitalizing our rural population with an emphasis on the education provided to individuals in rural communities, to things such as general health care. Individuals in rural communities are not provided proper health care. Something as simple as, well, people in rural communities not given proper broadband access because they're too far away from the receptors and the basis for it. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I do think the economy would go forward if we put more emphasis on the rural atmosphere, provide greater educational opportunities, get more college opportunity in there as well. It should be noted that this president went forward with the 2005 Budget Recovery Act, which eliminated $39 billion in student financial aid to individuals throughout the nation. That is probably one of the worst things that we could ever do, because in 1960, when we implemented the GI Bill, we told our citizens, and especially our veterans, go to college, we will pay for it, we want you to be a thriving member of society. We cannot see the same economy that we've seen before in this nation if we are cutting access to the technical education, the theoretical education, and educating our citizens to compete in the global economy. We now have the EU, their GDP now outgrows ours by at least $1.2 trillion, and on top of that, our technology sector is now going to India. So it is best if we go forward and actually provide that greater education for them as well. So I think education, the rural recovery, will be the best way to reinvigorate the economy as well.
Hillary Clinton, I'm Maria with NBC News, and I was wondering what your thoughts are on, or what is your reaction on Bush's economic stimulus plan, given the events happening from last week with the stock market?
He's trying. He's definitely trying, and he's scrambling. He has less than a year left as president, and he's trying to leave in a state of presidency that he will not be shot on the street. So I can commend him for trying his best. Although I do feel that a Democrat as president will do a much better job. So I can't wait for that.
And the second part to my question, what would you do differently if that would happen during your term as president, if you were elected president?
Well, my strategy for the economic system is twofold. The first part is the infrastructure that is partly aided by my $50 billion jumpstart for alternative energies that will create thousands of jobs. Millions of Americans will transition to cheaper energy and more efficient energy, light bulbs that cost less money to run and things like that, and buildings that are more efficient as far as heating. And also, obviously, putting money towards people who are foreclosed from their homes and who don't have heat. I set aside $6 billion for both of those, $5 billion for the foreclosures and $1 billion for heat in the winter. And also, I'm trying to relieve as much stress as possible from the people so that they will have better lives and support the economy. So this is through tax cuts for healthcare, tax cuts for investing in their Social Security, and tax cuts for college.
Hi, I'm Kristen with Fox News, and I actually just had a follow-up on that. You were giving a lot of information on how much money you want to spend in order to stimulate the economy, as well as your tax cuts you're hoping to implement.
Okay.
I wanted to know where that's going to fall in and how we're not going to increase the growing deficit we have right now.
Okay, here's how this works. People who don't have health care, let's say they have a stomach ache, they're not going to go to the doctor because they don't want to have that doctor fee of hundreds of dollars. So they wait until they have appendicitis or a kidney infection, and then they have surgeries, which are thousands and thousands of dollars. That is way more expensive than just giving everyone health care and having them go when they have the first sign to get antibiotics. Is way cheaper than surgery and hospital bills and in-care patient fees. So that's partly where the money will come from. And that is billions of dollars right there.
I guess I'm just confused because that money right now isn't, those are public hospitals, so they're not, I'm just confused where you're actually going to get the money to first give if you plan on cutting the taxes. Because I can see how that can happen in the future. I'm just saying just to jumpstart it, is it going to increase our deficit?
It won't increase the deficit. It will just take longer for everything to go in place. Like immediately, it's going to be difficult. I understand that, but it's going to work out even within 2 years. So